Hello all, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to talk about uh, a thing that matters to many and it doesn't matter to another section of the people. I'm going to talk about the thin blue line symbol, especially the symbol. And I'm not here to discuss whether blue lives matter or it doesn't matter. I'm not getting into the controversy of the lives that matter out there. There are different groups who propose that different lives matter. Like there's a lot of colors over there. Which matter, and I'm not getting into the topic whether blue lives matter or not. I'm going to talk about this particular symbol, actually, the thin blue line symbol. And for people who don't know what's the thin blue line symbol, it's a blue line in between two black lines. It is used to symbolize, the group Blue Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter is a group that backs the cops, their well-being, their security, and what they do for the public, actually. So Blue Lives Matter, they back cops, and the thin blue line is used to symbolize Blue Lives Matter. Now, said that, again, I would like to stress that I'm not here to discuss whether blue lives matter or it doesn't matter. I don't want to get into the controversy that people hold against Blue Lives Matter. At the same time, I am not speaking for the people who support Blue Lives Matter. Okay, getting back to thin blue line. So you see thin blue line in most of the places. Just when people, you know, they want to show their support to Blue Lives Matter, and especially if you would have noticed, you would have seen this thin blue line symbol on cars, on vehicles. And I understand the fact that when when an individual wears this sticker on his um, vehicle, it shows that he supports you know the Blue Lives Matter group, or he supports cops and what they do to the public. I totally understand, but don't you folks wear the symbol on your vehicles? Don't you think that you are getting to be more responsible when you wear a symbol like this? You should be more responsible. You shouldn't be driving at a speed that is more than the allocated speed limit. Have you ever thought about it? By wearing this symbol, you shouldn't be intoxicated while driving. Have you thought about how many of y'all out there with this symbol on your vehicle have crossed the speed limits, have driven your vehicle intoxicated? You'll know very well that drinking and driving is not allowed, especially when you're intoxicated, when your mind is not the same. It doesn't only create a problem for you, but it even creates a problem for others on the road. Now, it is up to your own, perspective on what you need for your life, but it is not the same when it comes to others' life. You cannot decide on what should happen to others' life. You can decide on what should happen to your life, but not others. And when you sport a sticker or a symbol like blue line, it comes with more responsibility. You need to be more responsible when you sport a flag or a symbol like thin blue line or the lives matter flag. At the same time, from another perspective, anyone can use this thin blue line symbol. Anyone can use. It's available in Amazon. It's available in most of the places. And it could be used as a cover for criminals. Now, when cops see this symbol on a vehicle, obviously it hits their mind. Now, here goes a person who supports us, or here goes a person who supports a cause. So, discretion comes into play, favoritism comes into play, prejudice comes into play. Now, how discretion and favoritism comes into play. When a cop sees a vehicle that disobeys the laws, the traffic rules, the regulations, and when he sees this blue line, it can affect his mind in taking the right decision. Obviously, your cop giving a ticket to an individual is up to his discretion. His discretion matters. His discretion comes into play whether that individual gets a ticket or not. So this symbol, thin blue line, can be used as a cover by criminals. They can do all sorts of things. They can disobey traffic rules and regulations. They can carry drugs with them. They can even kidnap people. I'm not saying that all cops are out there, like, they get swayed by this kind of symbol, like, they just stop doing their duties. Okay, he's one of us, thinking that he's one of us and he supports her. No, there are cops out there who do it religiously, do their duties religiously, where they check each and every car which they feel, where they feel, where they have some amount of suspicion on the way things happen. Like, wherever there's suspicion, they do tend to the stop the car and do a routine check. Yes, but at the same time, there's so much happening, so many things happening in the society, like, especially with the groups. Actually, some groups, they're up against each other, like, some, and just like that, some but there are people who favor, the Blue Lives Matter and the cops, and there are groups that they are against cops also. And when there is so much of arguments happening, seeing things from a cop's perspective, he would like to see someone who backs him. He or she would like to see someone who cares for. Obviously, we are human beings. We love care, and we love individuals or groups that support us. That's how our mind is built, actually. We love care. And this care, or this instrument of care, which sits in our mind, can be misused by criminals. I wouldn't say they are criminals. The right would be crooks. They can use this instrument of care for various things. They can use it for disguise. They can use it as a deception. They can use it to very well deceive cops. As I told you, like, a cop giving a ticket is up to his discretion whether he needs to give a ticket to a person or not, to an individual or not. Favoritism comes into play. Like, if the person wields a sticker on his car, or if the person has sports a thin blue line symbol on his car, favoritism comes into play. At the same time, if if the cop has some kind of prejudice against certain section of the people, then that also comes into play. He could even escalate a situation. Escalation and de-escalation of a situation on the road, on the street, totally depends on the cop and the individual. It is how bad the situation is. So, my argument over here is there are people, there are individuals who misuse the very symbol of thin blue line. And there are cops who get swayed by the use of thin blue line. There are cops who get carried away by this instrument of care. There are cops who fail to recognize what is happening behind this thin blue line. Obviously, this thin blue line was sported for a reasonable cause, for support. Every individual out there has the right to support a certain group of people. It's just that it shouldn't get violent, and it's just that it shouldn't get more selfish. Care can be provided by your own discretion, but hatred shouldn't be provided on your discretion. You can help, you can care for a certain group of people based on your perception, but it shouldn't be in the form of hatred. You want to care only for certain group of people, it is fine. But if you want to provide hatred to certain group of people out there, that's not good. Coming back to the thin blue line, how it can be used to deceive cops. If cops could take a survey on how many vehicles out there use or sport this thin blue line symbol, and how many of them actually obey traffic rules. It could be a minor rule too, obeying speed limits. Why not cops take a survey and come to an understanding whether the symbol is sported on their car with the responsibility or not? For people who sport the symbol on their car, when you support an organization like the Blue Lives Matter, it gives more responsibility to you. You become more responsible. You are, in a way, trying to adhere to the laws present wherever you are. You are more towards obeying and abiding by the law not disrupting the law or disobeying the law. So, people who sport, whoever you are, this symbol, please try to adhere to the laws, or it is simply that you are, or you don't have any value for the symbol you sport, or you don't pay any respect to the group. Of course, there are cunning crooks out there who just, use this symbol to cover up what they're doing, to deceive cops. And yes, cops do get deceived. They are human beings too. They are not mechanical robots. They also need care. They also need attention. They are also made of blood and flesh, just like all of us. We all need care. We love to get care, someone or the other. We love to see people who talk or behave in support of us, our cause. So, as human beings, as things made of flesh and blood, we do have emotions. We do accept care. We love care. And that's where the deception lies. That's how people can deceive, using our emotions, especially cops. They can be deceived by criminals, by crooks, who just want to do bad things. They don't want to obey the law. I've seen many who disobey speed limits, especially on the highway, and they happen to sport the sticker, the thin blue line symbol. Just because a car, a vehicle, wields a thin blue line sticker, it doesn't mean that they are responsible persons. In today's world, where people can deceive with a whole lot of things, cops should take extra care. There are many jackals and foxes out there which clothe a sheep's attire. And it is such symbols that can deceive cops. And cops should pay more attention. And there is a lot of arguments of how cops could be prejudicial, how they can act with prejudice on a situation. There should be some kind of attention given to avoid deception. So, it's not about whether you care for Blue Lives Matter or not, especially to the folks, who are hearing me talk right now on this topic of thin blue line. I'm not here to show my support or against Blue Lives Matter. It's all about how people can deceive cops through this very symbol. And cops, as human beings, can be distracted by this very symbol. So more attention and more care should be taken by cops when they are doing their duty, so that we come to the end of today's topic, which is the thin blue line. And again, I would like to stress that I am not in support of any group. I'm not against any group. So, and I thank all the folks who like my talk, and I thank all the groups who have a different perspective on what I have talked today. And I thank you for taking the time to listen to me. Time is very important. You can't get back time, and I totally understand the time that you have taken to listen to my talk. Until my next topic of this topic of talk, I thank you all, and I wish all of you have a good time over there. See you all then. Take care. Bye bye.